Hello everybody, I'm Tamani Woolley and welcome to Weekend Buzz, a show that gets you ready with some fun ideas to enjoy your weekend. Coming up, if you love buffalo wings, you're definitely going to want to stick around. But first, a moving, insightful, and hilarious one-man show is now playing at the Curtain Call Theater in Latham. Every Brilliant Thing is a play about a man who creates a list of life's pleasures for a suicidal mother. Now, while the subject matter may seem dark, the play certainly isn't. There's laughter, yes, some tears, just the right amount of audience participation, and in the end, hope. Here to talk more about this riveting play is actor Kevin Gardner. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Boy, do you take on the task in this play.
I do, and that was part of the appeal for me, was I've never done a one-man show before. I have done some interactive theater, so this is sort of a merging of the two, which is a narrative play, but then I actually get to work with the audience.
And you work with the audience so beautifully.
Oh.
And I think for a subject matter that can be quite difficult and uncomfortable for people, you know, this play and your performance does such a good job of helping them ease into it, don't you think?
I do, and I think it's designed that way. I mean, my role really is to make them comfortable, because it's one of the most communal experiences in the theater that I've ever had. And the more that I make them at ease, I think the more that they come out of their shells. I meet with them before we even start the show, which kind of shocks people. Oh, you're in the show? I am. And so they come in a little hesitant sometimes, saying, I don't know if I want to participate. And by the time they've talked to me for a little bit, they feel comfortable and they love it afterwards. So.
And they are a full-on participant. I mean, those audience members. So if you're coming to the show, I should say when you come to the show, because you should definitely go.
Thank you.
Just be prepared to get up on the stage and be a part of the production.
Yes, but I'm also responsive to the people who really are shy or don't want to put themselves out there. I totally understand. I'm not a huge participant at interactive theater, I have to admit. But this again is very different in that respect, in the way that it's presented and the way that they take part. So I have had nothing but wonderful responses from the audience.
How would you, for somebody who hears a subject matter, ease their fears about coming and experiencing this show?
It's really, as you said, my character starts off when he's 7 years old. He makes a list of every brilliant thing because his mother is struggling with depression. And while that seems like a dark topic, really, I think the play as a whole is talking about coping. And whether it's coping with depression or coping with losing a job or whatever we're dealing with these days, we want to find ways to cope. And throughout this play, it's about looking at the positive things, the life-affirming things in life. And that's why I think it's great that I call out these numbers throughout the show, and I've handed them out to the audience in advance. So on their sheet of paper, it'll have a number, and then they respond with what it is. And so we're constantly reaffirming positive things throughout this entire experience. So we do experience the ups and downs of the characters, but we're always re-evaluating and re-looking at all the positive things in life.
And I love that so much, because I think so often, whether you're dealing with suicide or depression or, like you said, losing a job, it's so easy to get caught up in the things that are negative. And I think this show really helps people understand that you can find hope and you can find light and you can find laughter, even in what should be some of your darkest moments in life.
I totally agree. And I think if you really take a step back and look at life in general, we're either one of two things. We're either going through something or we're helping someone go through something. And that's why, again, I love that I get to work with the audience. I'm not just professing something to them. I'm not preaching to them, but we're sharing in it. And I can just see it on their faces. I'm in the audience throughout the entire production. And it's like nothing I've ever done. And it's really been rewarding. I mean, people are coming up to me after the shows and really revealing some personal moments because they feel they're in a safe environment, and that's what I think theater should be offering to people.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
That's what I love about the theater so much, is it gives people permission to talk about subject matter that oftentimes is taboo or would be made to feel uncomfortable. But you know, you come into this safe space and it really gives you a platform to talk it. And you're so good. Don't underestimate. I mean, you're carrying a full show by yourself, yes, with audience participation, but you are so good at channeling all the different parts of this character's life. It's so good.
Thank you. I so appreciate that. I put a lot of time and effort in this. Carol Max, who's the artistic producing director of Curtain Call, she talked to me about this a year ago. I live in Los Angeles right now, and so I weighed the option of, do I come back, do I not? But my family's in the area here. I mean, I've got a 6-year-old niece, Brianna, that I really love spending time with. So it all made sense to me to take this leap of faith and do this project that was something new for me and see where it would go. So I've put a lot of time and effort so that as well as making the audience feel comfortable, I've become really comfortable in that space so that we can go anywhere they want to take me.
And they do take you on such a journey. I love Curtain Call. I think the quality of the productions that come out of that community theater, I think rival anything you would see in a Broadway house. I really do. Carol, they put such love and passion into each production.
I totally agree. And now that they have their new space, it's only their second season in this particular space, it has been a welcome change to the local community in terms of theaters. And some people are still sort of surprised, saying, oh, you're not at the old space? No, it's brand new stadium seating, comfortable seating, great views from every chair in the house. So if they haven't been, they really should
That's
come.
right, and you better start with Every Brilliant Thing. So what do you want to say to get people to come out and see the show and experience it?
Wow, I don't know what else I can say. I just think it's one of the most unique pieces of theater that I have ever read, that I've ever been lucky enough to be a part of. And the reactions of the people after it's over.
You won't be disappointed.
No.
That's all I can say. You won't be disappointed. Kevin, thank you so much for coming. It's really an amazing show. So Every Brilliant Thing is playing at Curtain Call Theater now through November 17th. For more information, you can log on to curtaincalltheater.com. Now coming up after the break, it's Buffalo Wing Heaven. Stick around, everybody.